Social media is a worldwide collection of online platforms which are used to aspire, to connect, and to share. The first social media platform that ever launched was called 6 Degrees, and it aired in 1997. Nowadays, it is estimated that around 2.62 billion people are using social media, which means that around 36% of the total world population is caught up in this industry.
There are many different platforms that represent social media. All of these platforms have different purposes, and I will explain the most important ones to you. WhatsApp or Messenger are an example of apps that are created to text with each other through the internet. Chatting with one another goes even further to video chatting with, for example, FaceTime or Skype. These applications are specifically created to chat with one person or with groups. Nowadays, most people like to use social media to share their daily activities and to make new connections. Facebook is one of the most popular platforms for social and personal use. LinkedIn is similar to Facebook, however, LinkedIn has a professional purpose and is used to create a network in the work environment. Some social media applications have specific function to share photos. Examples of these applications are Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, and WeHeartIt. Also, dating apps like Tinder, Grindr, and Badoo are becoming more and more trending. The world changes rapidly. Social media is no exception. This is how experts predict that social media will evolve in the next 10 years. First of all, people will not be finding relationships through face-to-face contact, but rather through technology and social media. Additionally, the power of visual content will grow in the future. We'll see more practical uses of virtual reality and augmented reality. Augmented reality is going to become an important marketing tool. Trying on clothes during online shopping and finding out if it fits your style. And lastly, wearable tech becomes more common. This can bring new experiences to anyone. Today, many people own at least one wearable device, but by 2030, the average consumer will own 8. Social media is a very powerful tool. With just a click of a button, you can easily do anything on the internet. Social media can benefit individuals, companies, charities, and governments to share information or to spread a message. As we are constantly occupied with ourselves, we may not take notice to how censorship is prevalent in our lives today. The Middle East is probably best known for their censorship and filtering of social media, but you would be amazed at how much information is being censored across the world. The extent of internet censorship can vary from country to country. While most democratic countries have moderate internet censorship, other countries go as far as limit the access of information such as the news and suppress discussion among citizens. Internet censorship also occurs in response to or in anticipation of events such as elections, protests, and riots. Countries around the world must strike a fine balance in social media censorship to ensure they are not crossing the line and preventing their citizens from accessing accurate and factual information. Social media leads to less face-to-face contact. Due to this trend, a lot of recruiters will contact new possible employees for a job opening based on, for example, their LinkedIn page. This way it becomes easier to get invited for a job interview. A downside to this development is that future employees can easily get background checked on their social media accounts. For our generation, virtual reality can help with education, and with augmented reality there are more and more options to use it as a tool to measure surfaces, and it's used for several public ads. Right now, virtual and augmented reality is mostly used in games and marketing. As mentioned before, some wearable tech can trace your heart rate, blood pressure, and several other medical data. This makes it possible to easily record your own medical results and share them with your doctor. As this can become more and more common, some people are afraid to give away their privacy.
There's no specific way to prepare for these rapid changes, but the only advice we can give to you is to just go with the trend.